fun. Look at this. This is one of the larger spinning lawn ornaments from the folks at Plow and Hearth. They're called Grand Finale Fireworks. It's been very, very popular. It's priced at $52 and change, and we've got the last few that are remaining in our inventory. Over, 35,000 of these have been purchased since they were first introduced. Neat little piece of equipment.
I'm getting that.
I like the way it's built. It's all done by hand, Diana. I like it. That's nice.
Actually, it's very festive, but not overdone.
Not overdone, I agree. All right, we live in a time, a day and an age, where we just all expect to have power wherever we need it. You expect to walk into a room and flip a light switch on the wall and have lights. You expect your cell phone to always be charged because we need it. Well, there's been a gap in the power world. And what it is simply put, charging things up in an automobile or an RV. The 12-volt systems that we have in those cars, which are driven from your battery and what's called an alternator, will charge things up, but there are times when you want to be able to use a household appliance of some sort, something that plugs into the wall, and use it when you're on the go. So how do you do it? You've got to have something that's called a converter. This is your converter. This is Diana Irvine.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Doing?
Nice to be with you.
During the holiday season, we were featuring this as a stocking stuffer gift for Dad, and it just absolutely rocked. It was like, 15,000 that were purchased.
Yes.
We're now down to limited supplies. Their clearance sale price, even better price, $16.32. Every vehicle, this should kind of be standard equipment.
Well, absolutely. I mean, there's certainly, we're in that day and age, like you mentioned, where we don't ever want to be without our devices.
Yep.
And quite frankly, they all go on battery. So what do you do when you're out in a vehicle or you're away from home and suddenly your cell phone is in the red, or
Right.
you're out with the kids and their gaming systems aren't working, or they don't even have a USB outlet, and some of the modern cars have it, but you don't have it. This allows you to do USB charging and household charging with the same device, with that cigarette outlet or the 12-volt outlet you have in your car. And it really has been a lifesaver because it not only gives you power, but also will charge up the batteries in those devices.
We're into vacation season right now. So the whole idea of maybe, the kids in the back seat with the iPad watching the movie, instead of it draining the power, you just plug it in as if it were a wall outlet.
Yes. And I love that because honestly, there are times where you want to charge something that doesn't have USB or you don't have the USB cord. This is a way to actually use the grounded outlet and a USB at the same time if you wish. Like here's one of my kids' gaming systems. This didn't come with a USB.
Right.
How on earth am I going to keep them playing that game when we're traveling on vacation if I don't have some kind of plug? This is the first time I've really ever seen a device like this that you could actually plug a household plug into it and be on the road and get full power.
Now, I want you to imagine this. If you're going to go to, big thing out here when we get into fall is tailgating with the Philadelphia Eagles. Take the blender that you've got on the kitchen counter
Yep.
and put it in the trunk of the car, plug this in, and you can power the blender right out of your automobile.
That's right. You can make
If
Kit
I
Kat
have to explain how
smoothies or
cool that
whatever.
is to
Exactly.
you, all right?
Yeah.
Would you say make smoothies?
Yeah, why not with your blender?
You are a wild woman at a tailgate party, because I'm talking margaritas.
Okay, they're good too.
Okay, let's go show them how
All
it
right,
works.
let's do it.
This
so
is funny.
what's really nice is cars today have these outlets throughout the whole car. There's usually one in the front, one in the middle of the car, one in the back. So you take your Stanley power converter here,
We're
put it
still on
into
the
the
videotape
outlet.
right now, Diana.
Okay.
We'll come back to us
Yep.
live here in just a second. They're getting our
There you
cameras
go.
all set up.
So you put it right into the console of the car there, and
There you
here
go.
I'll do
That's
it for
live.
you as well. So you have these outlets usually in the front, the middle, and the back of the car nowadays. It also articulates, Dan, so you can move it based on where you need to put it in the car. Then you see the green light come on.
Can I throw something your way?
Yes, please.
That's modern vehicles.
Right.
I'm into the old stuff.
Right.
The
what do
vehicle
you
that
do
I showed
then?
at the beginning of the show is a 1934 Ford pickup, but it has a cigarette lighter in it. That's the only way I can charge my cell phone when I'm out driving that pickup.
Right, otherwise there's no
Or any
no
of the old
choice.
classic cars that I've restored.
Exactly. So what
it's-
a great small power solution to have.
Yeah,
It isn't
it's a
something,
must-have.
Yeah, and I also find that I have one in every section of the car because I have a more modern car than what
Yeah,
you
I
do.
know.
But
Could afford the new
what's so
car.
nice is you have the ability then to even charge something like a laptop computer, where a laptop computer would be something that wouldn't charge with USB. So
Right.
if you've got your laptops, your tablets, your telephones, you've got your gaming devices, whatever you need to have power to when you're on the road, you can have it. And if you are a traveler or you know someone who's a business traveler, what a nice item, because it's small and compact, to give them for their briefcase or the backpack.
Right.
So when they're in the rental car or they're somewhere else in another person's car, they always can have the full power that they need.
Dad's Day is right around the corner. Now, in most areas of the country, I can't get it there in time for Dad's Day, but I can get it pretty close. And you can tell them, hey, it's coming. It's clearance sale priced. It's Stanley. Stanley is the tool company that
Yes,
people know.
for over 100
They're
years.
based out of Connecticut. They make good stuff. It's a 120 watt system. And it's 3 positioning. That little simple fact that you can take that and bend it in 3 directions makes all the difference, because some of those cigarette light adapters are straight into a console, some are in the dash, some are in the back
Right.
seat, some are in the, so it works.
Exactly.
I was thrilled that this finally came to QVC back during the Christmas holidays. We are now in a position where we're down to finite quantities. We've got them clearance sale price because we're making way on the shelf for new Stanley stuff that's going to be coming in later on.
Right. And the other thing I like to point out, Dan, is gone are the days where you really need to buy that separate power. I paid $20 for this, okay, for
that's
this 30
$20,
pin. But
and that only works for one phone.
device, right.
This is $16.32 and works with any phone and a household appliance.
that's right. And I just think it's a much better solution for getting full power, but also giving you instant power.
I agree. Let's say hello to Judy. Judy, where are you calling from? Where's home for you?
I'm calling from Sugar Land, Texas, which is right outside of Houston, Texas.
Okay.
How are things for you?
A little wet, a little damp.
Yep.
The tropical storm is on, coming through. And
Yeah.
ordered 5 so I can give to my friends and a brother.
Nice.
So
That's nice of you.
we got to get out of Dodge. We can power up our laptops
That's
and
right.
iPads and be safe.
Judy, we have inclement weather here in Pennsylvania, not quite like what you're going through right now, but we had a series of power outages out here that came early in our spring. Couldn't charge a cell phone up at home.
Right.
The
Right.
only way to charge up your cell phone was to be on the road.
Yeah. And forget about the laptop computer,
Yeah.
right? So this really keeps you
So,
connected all around.
Yeah, it keeps you provided with power.
That's what we need, because we never know from week to week what's going to be out in the Gulf.
Yep.
That's right.
And I would suggest people buy more than one.
You know, it's funny.
One free car.
When you live in an area of the country like you do, or I grew up in the Midwest where we thought about tornadoes, you prepare yourself in terms of making sure you've got the bottled water and the things you need,
Oh.
but we forget about having power on hand. We might have a
Right.
generator for the house, but you don't think about having power at hand. And this is really a good answer, and it's inexpensive.
Absolutely. That's
Good.
why I bought 5.
Oh,
Judy,
I'm so glad you're prepared.
they're on
now.
their way. And by the way, anybody who buys more than one of anything, if they're going to the same place, it saves you money on the shipping and handling.
Oh, great.
So,
That's wonderful.
all right?
Okay.
Judy,
I'm
stay
having
dry.
a late day here watching QVC, so I'll probably be calling in more.
Thanks, Judy. Good luck
Thank
to
you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Take care.
This thing is so simple. So close to 2,000 ordered again just this morning. It just plugs into, I still call it the cigarette lighter adapter. That's not what they call it. They call it 12 volt. I'm into classic cars. I own an automotive restoration shop. New cars are cool. I like the old stuff. I have a 34 Ford pickup, a 1950 Chevy sedan delivery. These are how I charge my cell phone when I'm driving the old stuff.
That's awesome.
So thank you.
It's a modern thing in a cool old style thing.
And I like Stanley. They've been around forever.